Hi everyone, and welcome back to another episode of STC BTN. And today we're lucky enough to be joined by our school captain, Grace Baker. Hi Grace.
Hi guys.
How are you going?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Really good. How are you finding being back at school?
It's definitely weird, but it's so good to be back and to see all the teachers, all the staff and all the girls, and I guess make up for some of the time that we had to spend at home.
Definitely, yeah. How did you find online schooling, not just as a school captain, but also just as a Year 12 student?
um I mean, since we had last year, we definitely, I guess, had it in the back of our minds, so we kind of knew how to do it and how everything worked. Obviously, St Clair's is so good with our timetable, and it's easy to understand and easy to follow. So it definitely makes it easier when our school is so organised. But yeah, it was definitely hard being at home, and we knew we were so close to, I guess, finishing and having all those special traditions and celebrations together as a Year 12 cohort. So being at home was a little bit sad, but yeah, it was definitely good to be back and seeing all the girls now.
Oh, definitely. I'm sure all the girls would have felt the same, to see their friends, see
Yeah.
the teachers.
Yes, definitely.
And then also, how have you found it as a school captain, like captaining
Um,
while in Corona times?
yeah, I mean, like I said, I was lucky to be back. I was lucky to be at school last year. Because we start obviously term 1 of Year 12 in term 4. So it's actually lucky that we got that whole term we're at school, and then the term 1 of this year. And it was kind of, I guess it was normal. Um, we got to run our assemblies, we got to have some events, and that was really nice to have that sense of normal. Obviously, when we went into lockdown, it's still, my role is just as important as well as the other girls on my team. It was definitely, it's a good experience learning. You definitely learn to be proactive and instead of reactive, I guess, and learn on your feet. And you definitely make you teach yourself lessons as well as you get taught lessons that you never thought you would have been taught.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what would you say the biggest difference, like before lockdown and being in lockdown as a leader?
Um, I mean, there's not a huge difference because you're still, at the end of the day, you're still a role model. It's just how you choose to, I guess, do your role from home. Our team definitely tried to show our faces on the social media platforms through our little mini series that we had on Instagram TV. And that definitely, it's good to show the community that we still care. And although we were constantly checking up on each other and checking up on our year and our Year 12 group chat, we also wanted the community to have a sense of normality too, and hearing from the leadership team, considering we couldn't do assemblies and our normal events like that.
Yeah, definitely. And even just to see some familiar faces, or know that there's still that structure, still that routine, still the same older girls.
Exactly,
It's really
exactly.
nice, yeah. So coming in as a school captain, is the role how you expected it to be, or did it differ?
I definitely don't think you can completely prepare yourself or know what the role has in store, especially after a year like this. I mean, you just seriously, you can't plan what's going to happen. But I think definitely going into the role, when you get to the end of Year 12, Year 11, sorry, when you get to the end of Year 11 and you start thinking, oh, maybe I do want to be a leader, or maybe I'll put myself forward for this, you definitely know, you get to know what it is you're putting your name down for and what your responsibility is going to be. I think you definitely, when you start, you have this new sense of responsibility, and it can be daunting and it can be overwhelming, but I definitely learned very quickly that I was never alone. I was always supported by both the staff and the students and my leadership team. But yeah, I don't know. I definitely don't think that it's not what I expected, but I definitely learnt so many new things that I would never have thought, I would learn as captain.
100%. So what would you
Yeah.
say some of your biggest highs and maybe some of the more challenging times were as captain?
Yeah. I think mainly being a familiar face for other girls. I loved, being greeted in the hallways by anyone and everyone. I loved getting to know people that I, maybe would have never thought to get to know. It's really nice when people feel like they can approach you. And I feel like as captain, as much as you will have to approach other people, it's really nice when you feel that they feel comfortable to approach you. So I think, definitely just getting to know lots of people. That was a really positive experience for me. I don't think, obviously this year was challenging, but in the role itself, I don't think there were any, tremendous challenges that I felt made my experience negative or, not what I expected. But I think, definitely as many challenges as we faced, it was so nice to know that we were supported and that we had everyone's support. I said supported, but yeah, it was, although challenging, you're never alone. So it's nice to know that.
Well, it's really nice. And how did you balance it? Like, did you have any methods to balance your life as a year 12 student and as the captain?
I think time management is something you learn early on in the role. It's definitely, obviously, all of the years that you're at high school, you're basically just there for yourself and your studies, and for your friends, of course. But I think when you become a leader, or even just being in year 12 in general, you definitely learn that you're not just there for yourself anymore. And like, it's really important that you aren't like isolating your role just for your studies, and then you're not isolating your studies just for your role. But I think just learning that sometimes the role has to come first, and sometimes your studies have to come first. But it's balance. Balance is key.
Definitely. So, do you have any advice for the incoming leadership team and Tilly Grove's the new captain?
I think I've spoken to the girls, and I'm so happy for them all, and they're all very, very deserving of their roles. I just think mainly that they're always supported and they're never alone, and you can't prepare for what is going to come your way, but it's so important that as a team you're united, not just for yourselves but for the whole school. It's really important that everyone can see how strong you are as a team, and they will feel comfortable that you're leading them. You're always a role model. You're always, in and out of school. It's so important that you're being authentic to you, but also you're displaying college values. I think.
No, that's really great. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you so much for watching this episode of STC BTN. And thank you to our editor, Jennet Rizza, and our school captain, Grace Baker. And we wish you so much luck, Grace. You're going to be amazing whatever you choose to do. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, guys. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Grace. Bye.
Bye.